Oh my.
Shit, that's way worse than I thought. It's been a mild winter in the Cariboo so far this year. At least where I live. It's been nice for relatively stress-free travel as I explore the back roads and trails in the Cariboo. As usual, we decided not to pick a specific destination, but instead we would just, head roughly northwest and limit ourselves to under 50 or 60 kilometers from home. We didn't want to get way out there in the snow. For today, I didn't expect any difference. Just a nice day out with Amanda, my wife, and my dogs, exploring and looking for things to photograph. Most of today's exploring was done between 900 and 1100 meters, and there was only a few inches of snow. It's also fairly fresh for the majority of this drive, and it's been a fantastic trip. If you're new to my videos, I explore the Cariboo looking for stuff to photograph, wildlife especially, at least when possible. And then I use my experiences to inspire my music, all of which I put up on YouTube. After a couple hours of exploring, we found ourselves one of the thousands of lakes that spatter the Cariboo and decided to take a break.
Oh, yeah. Surprisingly. And then you can turn around if you want to keep going.
Oh no, we can go turn around there pretty easy.
Oh.
We had a snack and a coffee and let our girls have a run around, and I always take a few photographs. No wildlife at this lake, but it still was beautiful. These stops and these drives also helped me to start learning some tracking.
Actually, you should get, if you look down there, Mark, those are like coyote.
This is my first year attempting to photograph wildlife, and I've still got a lot to learn. Tracks and tracking being one of them. Still, I'm starting where I always start when learning something new. I do my best to observe and figure out the basics on my own, and then I look for help like a book or something to understand those observations, and seeing where I was right and wrong, and taking it from there, and building on it as I go.
Way to go, she's just climbing right up there.
Oh yeah. No, we carried along exploring the mountain as we climbed up onto the power lines.
Mark's right up there in 4 low.
Yeah, once we were there, we decided to follow them and back down for a while. Sometimes it's nice to be able to see for a distance.
On the right than the left, and yet you got the stuff on the window and not me. Look at that.
As we followed the power lines down, we came across a deer carcass and a small flock of birds gathered for a meal.
Is that a bear? No, that's a deer.
Oh, that's a deer. As much as I hate to see any dead animals, I see it much more than I'd like to, that's for sure. But it's still an opportunity to observe nature, even its darker side. It was also an opportunity to go look at some of the gray jays, or my preferred name for them, whiskey jacks. I see plenty of them as I explore the higher mountain roads, but they don't stay still for long, and this has been my best opportunity for photos. Another one of my favorite birds, a magpie. He came by to join the feast as well. Now, today is not the first time Amanda and I have been stuck together, even given the title. But it is our first time getting Eleanor, our Jeep, stuck. That's period, and we've owned her for 2 years now.
Oh my.
Shit, that's way worse than I thought. I have gotten very close to getting stuck on a half dozen occasions, but patience and walkers have always got me out until today. Part of the reason I never got stuck is I'm usually a lot more careful than this, but today I think I let overconfidence get the best of me.
Looks really bad. I think we're almost caught on something. Yeah.
I also have to admit I have never truly pull tested this winch. I mean, I know it worked, at least last year,
No, see that?
but I've never pulled anything heavier than my quad. As I mentioned earlier, it's not the first time we've been stuck together, or the first time we've had to winch. We used to each have a razor, and we got stuck and had to winch out plenty of times. Unfortunately, we lost both our razors in a fire a few years back, and unfortunately, no insurance either, so man, I miss those razors. Anyway, that was off-roading, and this is exploring. They're not really the same thing, and I definitely wasn't expecting to get stuck today. Having said that, I still got us stuck. But Amanda was a trooper and stayed fairly calm, even though it was an 8 or 10 kilometer walk out to where somebody might see us, you know.
Guardian's 4, like you split in 4 bow. So neutral and pull the thing all the way back towards you.
Anyway, I better get us unstuck.
And then what?
And then just give it gas as we go forward.
Oh, the brake. Just wait.
But we worked as a team, found a substantial group of trees to winch from, and it wasn't that long before we had her out.
Okay, now stop.
Okay.
Turned out to be a beautiful day and just lots of fun. We didn't see a whole lot of wildlife, but you know, but I got those whiskey jacks, so that was awesome. On our way back, we had to get across that hole again, and you know, honestly, Amanda stayed calm. I stayed calm. We managed to kind of grip one side, give her a little gas as we went, and we got through the second time with ease. I probably could have done it the first time, to be honest with you, but again, I was confident. I guess the lesson is, if you're gonna be stuck out there somewhere, it's better to be stuck out there with you know, someone you care about, especially if they'll help you with the winching.